So I've been running the sprayer for approximately 3 days now. I've got about 3,000 acres put on it, and today my goal is to hit 2,500 sprayed acres. It's taken me a little bit to get used to the machine to where I can run at 100% work efficiency and get as much done as I can. So the goal of the day is to hit some big fields and see how much we can actually get done. For reference, in the past I run an R4060 John Deere sprayer. It's got a 120-foot boom, 1,600 gallon tank. This machine has a 160-foot boom, 2,100 gallon tank. So as far as getting acres done in one pass, you're getting a whole lot more done with this machine just because of the capacity that it has. We're currently traveling at 10.3 mile an hour just because the dust is bad in this field. In the next couple fields I will be able to turn it up and go a whole lot faster. But as far as efficiency goes now, we're getting about an instant average of 209. That is not counting turning, that's just going straight. So before we get too far in the video, comment how many acres you think I'm gonna get done today. My guess is about 2,200, but whatever you guys think, closest one win. Got some field treasures. Does everyone else pick up all the stuff that's in their field, or do you just kind of run it over? If this wouldn't have been in my way, I probably wouldn't have got it, but. I farm in rattlesnake country, so you always kick trash before you pick it up. That way if something's under it, it doesn't get you. I feel like if you don't go around and continually pick up all the trash that's in your field, it catches up with you. And then you either plug up with it with the drill, plug up with the planter, run it over, get a flat tire. It always seems like there is something that goes wrong with trash. So if you just pick it up as you go, it's not too bad. You guys hanging there for a while. So this is our third field of the day. I started with a 293 acre field and then continued to a 260 acre field, and now this is a 2 mile by half mile field that is 645 acres total. So for the purposes of rough math, that is approximately 1,200 acres by the time we're done with this field. Shouldn't take me too long. About halfway done. 2 more loads to go and we'll have her wrapped up and be moving further west. Got 2 fields left out here at Galatea, then we'll be moving back towards town. If we have any luck today, we could finish out here, which would put us at a total of 2,000 acres. Just like that, filled with the last load of the day. This load will put us right at 2,000 acres total. 1 load short from finishing out here. All it took was 1 more load. I could spray at night, but I'd be done at like 2 in the morning, and tomorrow's gonna be just as beautiful of a day as today. So it defeats the point of pushing too hard. When there is another day tomorrow, we've got all tomorrow to spray everything else. So I figured I'd hop out of the sprayer quick and just kind of show you what we're spraying. So we're putting down 2 chemicals, Salvan and Ally. So that is really the only broadleaf chemical that you can put on Milo. It's just sensitive. Can't really load it up. I'll see if I can find a couple weeds that we're trying to control. So far the Milo's looking pretty good. As you can see, we're tillering out really well down at the bottom. 3 tillers, 2, 3. That one had 4, did, until I broke it. This one had 4, till I broke it. 5, that's pretty good. But it's fairly clean. I see weeds all day, but I can guarantee the one time that I get out to try to show you guys where the weed is and what it is, I won't see it. That is quite the unit. Anyway, keep focused. Well, I've walked a whole circle around and I can't find a single one of the weeds I'm trying to get. If I stop in another part of the field, I'll show you. But in case you don't know, we have devil's claws and we have puncture vine, other known as goat heads. Oh, right here. That is a goat head or puncture vine. That puncture vine is a technical term, slang goat head. But that's one of the weeds we're trying to control. It'll put on a nasty burr and they get really, really big. They're super easy to kill though. They have nice, smooth leaves, not very fuzzy. They take up a lot of water, so you can kill it with contact, you can kill it with systemic. It does not have resistance to anything, really. For now. There's just volunteer Milo. There's another goat head. I want to find a devil's claw. In case you were wondering, that bend in the boom, that was not me. I promise. It came that way. But now this little nick, I did touch a corner post. Just barely, and I mean barely. Oh, there's a kochia weed. Sadly, we can't kill that in crop. The only way to kill a kochia weed is to prevent it from coming up. What we're spraying now, it'll wound it. It might stop it from growing, but it won't kill it. Well, anyway, I guess we'll just get going again. I can't find a devil's claw. They're all over the place. They're nasty, they are nasty weeds. So now one nice thing about this top platform is you can get a really cool view of the field. I did not know that that was on top of the roof. Interesting. Man, it's beautiful out. Perfect spraying weather. Well, this is day 2 of the Agrifac spraying Milo. I'll just combine it all in one video. Nobody likes watching part 2. So last night we left off with 120 acres left, which is about like 70% of a load. So I mixed up a full load because we have to travel from here 50 miles the other way to go spray a pivot with this sprayer. I've never sprayed a pivot with this sprayer before. It seems a little big, but I'm sure it'll be just fine. This 160 boom is far more manageable than a John Deere 120 boom. It's just way steadier. So I feel like spraying a pivot is gonna be no big deal whatsoever. So we get that ripped out, and then we actually get to go further east and then run the other sprayer, the R4045 with the CN spray. And then we'll do some summer fallow work with that. I like 90 in my turns, since this does have 4-wheel steer, and then you're able to follow your path from previous, not rut up as much Milo. Pretty slick. Now they just need to make a 160-foot planter. That way I can do controlled traffic between the sprayer and the planter. Finished up Galatea. Now we're making the move back to the shop. And look what we came across. You probably can't see it very good from there, but that is another Agrifac sprayer. You don't really see them that often, and there's 2 side by side. How about that? Interesting stuff. Fueled up, got enough in the tank to finish a 121 acre center pivot. And I figured as we're roading, I've got about 25 more miles to go. I talk a little bit about how this sprayer roads. So in road gear, you use your pedal on the floor, which can also be controlled with the cruise control on the handle to lock it in. That way you don't have to hold the pedal in the whole time. But it will road 40. I can only get it to about 38.5, 39, but that's close enough to 40 for me, which holding 2,100 gallon going 40 mile an hour is still impressive. That is more than any other machine that I know of. It drives real steady for being completely loaded 40 mile an hour. I mean, in any other sprayer, you take your hand off the wheel, you're bound to go in the ditch. This one just tracks really well. No complaints on the roading. It is nice and efficient and fast, and you can cover some ground really quick, especially when your farm is spread out similar to ours. You spend a lot of time on the road, so by adding a little more speed, lowering road time, getting a little more time in the field throughout the day is always a good thing. Just like that, we are already over halfway done with the pivot. It does not take long with this machine. And you might think rowing a pivot going in a circle is hard. But with that camera in the front, once again, it saves your life. It makes this so easy. The only bad part about spraying pivots with this machine is you get done too fast and you're always going to end up waiting on the pivot no matter what. It's just part of it. The pivot is sprayed and not a minute too soon. The rain is definitely coming. You can see it on the horizon. But one nice thing about this machine is it's got a dump valve on the bottom. So I have went and I've rinsed my boom out, and then I rinsed my tank out, sprayed the rinse water out. Now it's full of fresh water, and we can hit this button, and that is spinning spinners in the tank that rinse the sidewalls out with the rinse water. So after I get going down the road, I'll be able to pull in the ditch or in a field, dump water. It is just water, don't worry. And then from there, rinse it again, dump it out again, and then for sure it'll be clean. And I can do all this from my seat as I'm going, so I don't have to stop and waste time rinsing somewhere else in another field. So as you can see, my freshwater tank on the right side, it is decreasing, and then the top left icon in my clean water tank, that is my spinner. That is cleaning the sidewalls of the tank, and then after you get enough water in there, you just click the bottom of your solution tank, shutting off your fresh water, and then it'll just sit there and recirc your solution tank with the clean water that you've already put in there, and make sure you get all the sides of your poly tank scrubbed down. That way nothing can stick to it per se. Real easy to do. And then if you want, you hit that button, and then that starts dumping it out the bottom on the ground. Or you go to a field and spray it out, or you find a ditch and spray it out, or you get rid of it the right way. Well, I'd say that's all she wrote for the day. We made it back. Within 3 days, I sprayed roughly 5,000 acres with this machine. Just absolutely amazing. Tomorrow, though, we get to jump back in a deer machine, get out of this one, and we get to go run the R4045, do some see and spray, and some first act application on some Milo. This thing will sit for a couple days until we're ready to fire back up and start spraying some summer fallow. Be able to utilize a big tank with some high gallon work, 15 gallon an acre, make this machine really shine. You'll have to bear with me while I start this up again. It's been a while since I've done the whole YouTube thing, but I'd like to be a lot more consistent, keep posting every day. So we'll carry on tomorrow in the next video. Don't know how often I'll post, but I'll try to be a lot more consistent. Maybe 2-3 videos a week would be great. Don't hold your breath. Anyway, thanks for watching. You'll see more of the Agrifac here in the future. We'll see you in the next one. Hey, it's time to go to bed. Where are you going?